to Top That Trade Day. Joining us right now, fearless Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network contributor, and Chernem and Burnham, Alan Nuckman, an options trading pro in our trader game, Top That Trade. Here we go, guys, with round number one, collapse concerns. PetroChina, one of the biggest stock collapses ever, with $800 billion wiped out. You guys have been talking about a crude comeback. What do you think right here?
I think so. I think it's definitely more of a buy here than a sell. Some analysts are still looking for another 15% decline, but this stock's been trading between 60 and 65, now breaking above 65. And crude oil has come back. We're above 55 here this week. Let's see if it can extend itself. 65 will be the next target. This is the highest level since 2014.
Yeah, you know, when you talk about PetroChina, its sell-off from the peak of the financial crisis is bigger than the net worth of like 5 or 6 countries.
Right.
It's bigger than some of the richest people in the world, their net worth, and it's still the 4th biggest energy company in the world.
Still, after all that.
Still, after all of
they
that.
They make money, and it's got Petro, and it's got China, so I would probably be a buyer as opposed to a seller here. If you took the amount that they lost, you could wrap the earth 31 times in $100 bills, I read, according to Bloomberg. So
wow, very good.
Oil's dropped 45% since this IPO. They just had bad timing, which in trading is a big deal.
Bottom line is, I'd buy ExxonMobil, a much better buy.
Round number two, collapse concerns 2.0. How do you brace for a stock market crash?
If you look at this rally, it's been very consistent, very slow, very steady. Now it's starting to get more parabolic. You're getting much bigger moves intradays, more frothy type moves. And the other thing that I saw that it was a warning sign to me, that Joe Q Public is getting in the market in a big way. ETF buys, we hit the highest level in 2 years last month, almost 4 years. So you're seeing Joe Q Public. This is the equivalent of Joe Kennedy, shoeshine boy, getting into the market. That's your
most
first
people aren't
sign
going to get
to
that
be
reference.
a little cautious.
Most of the audience is going to get the reference.
Really?
I'm not ready to give
so?
up yet. Until Apple hits 195, which means they're worth $1 trillion. Apple hasn't really participated until recently. It's moved up almost 10% in just the last week or so, up to new highs. So all of this market move has happened without Apple. So one more kick in Apple, then I might be a little bit more cautious.
I say business first, guys. We'll get this. We have smart viewers.
Let's roll on to round number 3, guys. You seem to be getting along today, but here it is. Nickel for Bitcoins. What's the better buy? Nickel or Bitcoins? Of course, nickel is used in electric cars. It all comes back to commodities.
You know, Bitcoin got credibility. The CME Group announced that they're going to trade instant credibility of Bitcoin futures. I mean, this is a coin that everybody thought was a fraud. But nickel, of course, right now is up to a 2-year high because they're buying electric cars like crazy, and people are betting that we're going to need so much nickel, lithium, and that's driving this to a 2-year high. And some people think electric cars are a fraud.
So it all does come back to commodities.
It comes back to credibility.
Right. It comes back to exchange-traded products are the way to go because you don't have that counterparty risk. It alleviates that, and you can trade any market any time as long as it's liquid, there's a lot of buyers, a lot of sellers, and you can execute your trading plan. And that's what's going to happen with Bitcoin when it does get offered on this exchange. They're saying, you know, maybe in the next quarter or so.
On to your bonus round question for today. Are you ready? The question is, what is the one question you should try to avoid answering in a job interview? Is it, how much money do you make? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Have you ever been on Top That Trade?
Oh my gosh, Top That Trade, definitely.
Yeah, that would be the killer.
You're right, sure.
Yeah, you'll never get high.
You'll
never get high.
Thank you very much. Well, we know that's not it because, you know, obviously if you have your trade on your, if you have business first on your resume, that brings credibility, just like the CME did to Bitcoin. But I think you should try to avoid the question how much money you make, because you could undersell yourself in the interview if you tell them.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, to winner chicken dinners. Thanks, guys. Business First AM continues right after this.